Hey guys, my name's CivilianSnowman, and my girlfriend thinks, she's called Miss Startits 101, she thinks that there's something in the house. So I went out and bought this camera with a month's wage to see what exactly it is that we can hear at night. So I'm going to set it up while we sleep and just see what it captures. So as you can see, we got the high-def camera, the high-def audio equipment, the tripod, which is pretty awesome. We'll set this up. And see what happens. So this weekend, Becca and I went to see Paranormal Activity, a film that we both really enjoyed, and we just wanted to do a quick review of it. Well, not a quick review, pretty in-depth, long-winded review. There's nothing quick about it. So, yeah, let's just get it started. The plot follows Katie and her boyfriend Mika, who, while thinking that they are living in a haunted house, decide to set up a camera in their bedroom and basically film themselves sleeping so that they can in fact catch any paranormal activity which occurs during the night. So that's basically the premise of this movie. To start with, in this movie, I really like the interplay between the two main characters because they do come across as being a genuine couple, and they use humour basically to hook you in as the audience and make you relate to these two characters. Mika has some pretty witty one-liners at the beginning, some of which do feel a bit contrived and like he's trying too hard, but that's the same problem I had with the character of Hood behind the camera in Cloverfield. So I can forgive that because some of what Mika says is truly hilarious. And I just like the whole interplay between the two of them. They do feel like it's a real relationship, like, and when she basically tells him that she's scared and she thinks the house is haunted and all that stuff, he turns into like the alpha male wanting to solve the puzzle and that, buys this camera without kind of her agreeing to it.
He just does it anyway.
Yeah, because it's like almost like an invasion of privacy on his part, so he's like invading her privacy in a way.
He's a bit excited about the fact that he could see something. He's like, oh wow, I'm excited.
He's not taking it too seriously, so but I quite like that setup because the way the two actors kind of handle that point is really realistic, so that's one thing that I really liked about it.
Well, another realistic thing is they didn't get people like Brad Pitt or Megan Fox to play the characters. They got real kind of looking human beings, like the average looking people, and it just felt like the person that you'd live next door to. So
yeah, I mean the director didn't really have a choice because I think this film was made for like $11,000.
So he didn't get Brad Pitt.
So they were going to be unknowns, but you know, rather than choose like you said a Megan Fox lookalike, they chose people who just look and act real, so it makes it that little bit
scarier.
Yeah, it makes it scarier because it's more relatable as a story. I do want to say right off the bat that this is one of the times that I've been most scared watching a movie. Now, I'm not going to say that it's one of the scariest movies ever made, and I'll get onto that in a bit.
Well,
but it scared the life out of me.
For me, because I'm not scared by vampires, zombies, and all those kind of films, but because this is so real, that's why I was actually scared. Like, it takes a lot to scare me with films, but because this was real, this like looking kind of thing, that's why it scared me so much. Yeah,
it is genuinely creepy and stuff, but I didn't think it was one of the scariest films ever made, mainly because it's as scary as you make it, right? Yeah. Because the film basically consists of the shot that you see now, basically at night, and you scanning the frame for like movement or anything out of the ordinary while these two characters are asleep in bed. And it's whether or not you're into it, like, it's scary because when your senses are so heightened and you're like staring at the screen for a prolonged amount of time, when something does happen, even if it's just the door moving like this, it really gets you because you're completely engrossed into it. And that's how it got me, because I was really into this movie and like scanning every frame, so when shit did happen, it scared the life out of me, I'm not going to lie. But if someone was sat watching it who was really cynical and saying, well, it's not going to be as scary as all the tabloids say, you know, they're not going to find it scary because they'll be sat there looking at it through cynical eyes and it just won't affect them.
You would be like, oh, I can't be bothered, you know, it's not funny.
So it is as scary as you make it, but if you're anything like me and you like to get wrapped up in a story, you're going to love it, basically. It'll scare the life out of you because I'm not going to lie, even in front of you, I was shaking towards the end of this movie. I was absolutely petrified, so it does work as a scary movie.
Well, I went in knowing nothing about it, and that's why I found it scary. I didn't even see trailers, I didn't know anything about it.
Becca was pretty sheltered from this movie. She hadn't seen any trailers, any of the promotional campaign.
You didn't talk about it much?
No, because we actually went to the cinema and we were going to see Law-Abiding Citizen, right? And then I saw that Paranormal Activity is out. And so I dragged Becca to see it because she really wants to see Law-Abiding Citizen for some reason.
As a joke, though.
Yeah, because, you know, it looks so bad that it'll probably be watchable. But I dragged her to see Paranormal Activity instead, so she knew nothing about it. She actually thought it was true, like it was actual found footage.
You lied to me.
I told her that it was real, and it works. Like, she went in thinking it was real, and the film is so well done that...
I believed it.
Yeah, it basically boosted that perception. This film is like the Amityville Horror for the YouTube generation. It's very much, I'd say that it's like the Amityville Horror via the Blair Witch Project. And although a lot of films that have come out have been compared to the Blair Witch Project because it kind of, it wasn't the first of its style, but it was the first one that got noticed. So this film is undoubtedly going to be compared to the Blair Witch Project, especially since it costs so little to make and it's done huge business. But I think it's because it's relatable more so than the Blair Witch Project.
Because in your own house.
Yeah, we're not out in the middle of the woods. We're not doing a project on a witch, you know. It's set in a house that could be anybody's. I mean, the house that it's actually filmed in belongs to the director. It's his real house. So it just adds that sense of realism and relatability to it. Because like while Becca and I were watching it, we're thinking these people live in a situation similar to our own. And even down to the little things like the tripod that they use for their camera is the exact same make and colour as ours that we're using right now. So we're watching it thinking that, you know, this could happen to us, which is pretty horrible. But it's definitely that element of relatability that makes it all the more frightening for average Joe moviegoer. We don't rely on jump scares to get to you, like, because I don't think jump scares are scary. You know, they make you jump, and then
you go.
Yeah, then you forget about them. So I always found creepy imagery and something that's just out of the ordinary. I find that kind of stuff scary. So this film really works well for me because it doesn't make you jump. Well, it does a little bit, but it doesn't try to.
It's like, it's natural jumps, like, you would have done it anyway.
It feels, every scare in this movie feels organic to the universe that the director's created, so I think that makes it all the more effective. The ending, while scary, is one that on repeat viewings won't be as effective, and I can say that right now. I won't tell you what it is.
I thought it would scare me still.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel... The ending is a bit Hollywood, right, to me. It doesn't feel realistic. Like, the Blair Witch had a realistic ending. Like, this one doesn't. It feels a bit neat, and you get closure in a weird way, so I don't like that. But apart from the ending, I think it's a brilliant movie. I really want to give it 5 stars. I really do. But the ending, for me, brings it down to 4, because I know...
4.5.
I don't do half stars. Fuck that noise. No half stars over here.
4.5.
4.5 for Becca. For me, 4 stars.
5 for me. I would say 5.
It would, right, Becca's giving it 5, so it would be 5 for me, but because of the ending feeling a bit too neat and a bit too Hollywood, I'm going to give it 4 stars. So that's it. That's basically what I'm going to say about the film, because like I said, I really don't want to ruin it for you. The less you know, the better. So go out and enjoy it because it's brilliant. It is scary. Go see it with a crowd, because people were screaming, and the girl behind us was crying at the end of the movie, and she was like our age. So it is effective, and I highly recommend it. So Becca, any closing thoughts?
watch it. And if you're not scared of things easy, this will scare you.
Yeah, anybody who thinks horror can't scare them, go see it, because it's difficult to scare me in a horror movie, but this one really did. So that's pretty much it. Okay, well, thanks for joining us on this review. Hope you enjoyed it. This is CivilianSnowman with Miss Style Tips 101.
Signing out.
Yeah, signing out. We'll see you later. Bye.